it's always like perfect timing too. It's legitimately the best thing I've ever seen. Like every time I play a song, it's always like, oh, it's ending right as the game starts. This is excellent. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the SECS. This is season 17. I am Maut. This is week 4 of the SECS, by the way, of this season, I should say. Today, our first game starting out will be Mixmixmix versus Grass, and I am again bringing you a lot of games tonight, so look forward to that. We also have 2 other casters today. If you'd like to check out their streams, there's Blaze Casting as well as New York John, who I played with on the other staff cup. It was a lot of fun. So let me make sure everything's good as far as the stream is concerned. It looks like it is. Alright, getting into the game here. Grass will ban out Undying. First ban here. By the way, last night, if you missed it, I cast the UWG LAN Finals, which is University of Waterloo Gamers. It's a nice little Toronto LAN that 3 teams were at. And My Intent, who is in the SECS a lot, honestly, they came out and they did really well. They took the last series 3-1. It was a best of 5, so a lot of fun to cast that. And the bans keep rolling in here. Darkseer will be the ban for Mixmixmix. On the side of Grass, it's going to be the Wisp, of course, followed by the Bat Rider will be the last ban for this first phase here. So once again, if you're watching the stream, I really appreciate you joining me tonight. Hopefully we'll have a lot of fun and get some good Dota games in. If not, well, things happen.
Tidehunter.
Tidehunter, the first pickup from Grass. Interesting. No surprise, though, really. I mean, it's still a real strong hero. Problem is that Ravage is a nice initiation, but if you get out-leveled early on in the game, it doesn't do nearly enough damage. You kind of need to be, like, second-level Ravage or third-level Ravage to be really effective. So we'll have to see how that works out for them. Jakiro and Bounty Hunter will be the next pickup from Mix. Track Gold, which we saw yesterday a lot. On the side of My Intent, they had a bunch of Bounty Hunter games, and the Track Gold brought them back from some major deficits. I mean, they were really far behind for, you know, a lot of the games. I mean, some of the games they were even down like 12 or something kills, and or like, you know, 3K in gold or 4K in gold even. And the Track Gold really dug them out of that deficit. It was pretty nice to see. So here that was very strong. And they also use Sniper to their advantage, and that's one thing about My Intent. Every time I cast one of their games, it's generally 95% of the time going to be a Sniper pickup, if it's available. And it's here that's really starting to come into its own. I think a lot of people are starting to realize that this is a decent carry now. It's got a lot of damage, a decent amount of range. He's kind of squishy, but if you sit in the back and you just, you know, right-click like crazy, you can be really good. And with the right team built around him, he can be very strong. So Grass will have another minute here for the next pickups.
Reserve time.
And Keeper of the Light. This is another hero we saw a lot of yesterday. Illuminate being very good at the counter push and pushing in general, and it's just that you can even send him into the long lane, the solo off lane, and it can be very frustrating to deal with. So we'll have to see how that works out. Invoker, the next pickup from the side of Grass, will probably be the mid hero, I imagine, but we may see somebody else picked up. We could also see Keeper of the Light, you know, as another support in a tri-lane. You pick up that Kodal, you pick up a Tidehunter, you get something like a Naga Siren, because you get the Ensnare, and then that's like a really easy Illuminate hit. Rubik, the next pickup for Mixmixmix. Will this be a mid Rubik or a support Rubik? I'm not sure. Signs point to it being a support Rubik because no one plays him mid anymore, which is frustrating. It makes me sad. It's like, I love this hero. I love how he can gank and just do crazy things, and then it just, like, oh, let's just put him as a support. I'm just like, well, I mean, yeah, he doesn't really need the farm or anything, but it would be really cool if we sent him mid and, like, he went and ganked people. It'd be nice. You know, like, steal spells, Dendy style. Come on now. Don't be boring. You gotta remix this felony. Okay, so we will do so. We'll get into the next game. Hopefully it'll be the same password. So the next bans will come out, Brewmaster, followed by the Templar Assassin. I like the Brewmaster ban, because they don't know, I think they believe that Rubik probably is going to be a support, so they ban Brewmaster because he's a mid-hero, and he's a very strong mid-hero at that. Templar Assassin ban coming from Mixmixmix, just so that it's not available. It's really frustrating to deal with. And you could send the Invoker into an off lane, honestly, or even in, you know, like, just give him a solo lane, and you'd be fine, I think, if you matched up the tri-lanes and then send Templar Assassin mid, something like that. Night Stalker will be the next ban out here, followed by Sven. Sven's not obviously
Radiant
too
team
uncommon to
banned.
ban out. He's been played a lot recently, and he can do a lot of damage. And there's so many different ways you can build him, which I think is really the key. He's one of the most versatile carries, I think, in this
Dire
this
team
patch.
banned.
And then finally, the Chaos Knight ban, not a huge surprise there. Same thing along with the Sven ban out. He's just a very strong. These are two very strong mid-game carries that have been really frustrating to deal with for a lot of people, and Tiny will be the final one here. So, banning out a lot of the
Radiant
strength
team
carries,
pick.
and for good reason. I guess if you try to win the game early, which it looks like both these teams are going to do, then you don't have to worry about really going to the late game. I mean, we saw teams pick up like Lycanthrope and Night Stalker, and there was Nake's pickup, and those are really strong mid-game carries because their strength. They reach their peak quicker. Whereas an agility carry will take longer to get to, but will carry harder, which we saw a lot of as well. So we're going to get into the
10
next picks here, and
remaining.
we'll be just a moment. Hope you guys had a
5
good Sunday
seconds
afternoon. I went and
remaining.
saw Skyfall today. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was pretty good. A lot of people are really giving it a
Reserve
lot of
time.
critical praise, but it wasn't like it didn't blow me away. I'll just say that it did not blow me away, but it was good. You know. And it will be the Naga Siren pickup from Grass.
Dire team pick.
So it looks like Keeper of the Light will be in a tri-lane with Tidehunter and Naga Siren. You get that Ensnare up, you get the Illuminate. It's going to be a lot of damage early on, especially up against, like Jakiro and Rubik. Enigma will be the ban or the pickup here for Mixmixmix, and honestly, I think that's a good pickup just to make sure that the other team doesn't get it. Now the thing is, with Rubik available, you can steal a lot of good spells here. Even a Song of the Siren, which is really hard to steal. It's almost impossible to do. You can steal it if you kill the Naga Siren as she's popping her song, and she dies to a dot or something. So you can steal it. Of course, Tidehunter's Ravage will be
10
wanting to be
seconds
stolen, which means he'll have to get a Blink Dagger pretty quickly to avoid that happening.
5 seconds remaining.
Blink in right on top of Rubik essentially, and Ravage, so he gets hit by it.
Reserve time.
Anchor Smash right after that, and he'll try to steal it, and he'll be like, damn it, I didn't want Anchor Smash. So Tidehunter will be pretty strong here, especially with this lineup. And Lena's a nice pickup
Dire
there.
team pick.
Really enjoyed that pickup, which actually means that it won't be Keeper it'll be Tidehunter or Lena probably with Naga Siren, or you could send Tidehunter to the offlane too. So I don't know how they're going to lane this. We'll find out in just a minute though. So Enigma also going to work well. I think Jakiro is really good for setting that up. If you get 3 or more heroes into an ice path, it could be a great setup there. At the same time, you always see Enigma and Naga Siren together, so I'll see how they try to
10
counteract
seconds
this.
remaining.
And he might go BKB first, just to make it
5
easier
seconds
on him, to
remaining.
make it, get these black holes. Of course, there's nothing that can
Reserve
go through
time.
BKB, go through Magic Immunity here that would stun him. Unless there's a mini stun on Laguna Blade that I'm missing, but I don't think that's the case. I'm pretty sure that doesn't happen.
Juggernaut.
So it'll be Juggernaut, and we'll get some DCs here in just a moment. Remake after... Yeah, now we're gonna remake. So, that's actually a nice pickup there. Ice Path will be a nice setup early on for Jug to get that Blade Fury kill. Anyways, we'll get back into the game in just one moment. I'm going to throw up the overlay real quick and rejoin the lobby, and we'll be good. So, thanks for joining me tonight, guys. Kind of tired. That's alright, it's Sunday. Alright, in lobby now, I'll throw up the regular screen. Alright. One more person we are waiting on the side of Grass. We'll get it in just a moment. As you can see. Apparently no Tidehunter is getting rocked, unfortunately. Poor Loda and Aki. Alright. So, the first game of the SECS Season 17, week number 4, is starting. And we're in the game. Yeah! Hey, everybody, I'm Maut. Thanks for joining me. This is SECS 17.4. And we have Grass versus Mix, the first game around. This will be all pick, I imagine. Actually, it's Captain's Mode again. I don't know why. This is a mistake. Shouldn't it be AP? Disconnect's happening again. Yeah, now we're leaving. Let's get it together, everybody. Find lobby, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, alright. So, alright, let's think about the picks here. It was Juggernaut with the Enigma, with the Jakiro, with the Bounty Hunter, and the other hero that they picked up was a Rubik. So wait, Juggernaut, mid lane Rubik is what it's looking like? Yes! Yeah! I'm excited. I'm very excited. Suddenly Rolo's in our game as well. That's cool. Alright, all pick mode. So we got a minute before the game starts. And we'll jump right in here. Remember, this is Grass versus Mixmixmix, aka Mix. Pretty excited to see how this game will go. A lot of good pickups here. Not too much. I mean, Juggernaut is sort of a mid-game carry, so we'll see if... I mean, the Nagasiren obviously is sort of more of a hard carry than Juggernaut, and if the game does go late, it'll be on the backs of the Nagasiren shoulders. But talk about this a lot. With the Nagasiren, you always use that as sort of a more utility carry rather than going for that hard carry with the Nagasiren, because you can't really pump out a lot of right-click damage with anybody else. With the Invoker, if he goes something like Quas Exhort or Wax Exhort, that might be possible, but we'll see how that works. Whereas Juggernaut and his team are going to be very, 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 like, it's going to be a lot of team fighting because of that Omni Slash early on, with the Black Hole as well. I mean, with all of his items and things of that nature. Alright, hold on. Gotta check the frame rate real quick. Just gotta make sure things are going smoothly. I apologize for the delay. And then we'll get right back in here. So, just hold on one moment. Alright, everything's looking good. On the side of Grass here, we're going to have Hitman on the Nagasiren. Ziz will be on the Lena, Felony on the Keeper of the Light. Dumamai will be on the Tidehunter. God, that's another annoying name. And F4L finally will be on the Invoker in the mid lane. We're going to see on the side of Mixmixmix, Kia will be on the Rubik. Heading bottom, Dilated Mind on the Enigma. Hasu will be on the Juggernaut. Zeb on the Jakiro, and finally, LHO or IHO, I can't tell, on the Bounty Hunter. Alright, so, Bounty Hunter looking for some, he's looking to see what he can sort of bait out here. I think he's up here in this jungle right now, looking to really sort of catch Tidehunter's attention. He's sort of not going to get past this point, though. The crummy Wizard Courier. Yes, yes, excellent. Excellent. Or shitty Wizard, if you will. So, Tri-Lane up here in the top lane. It's going to be the Lena with the Kodal with Hitman. Alright, so they do send the Tidehunter into the off lane. This is going to be really annoying. This Illuminate plus the Ensnare early on is going to be a lot of damage. And then, of course, there's another setup stun that you could use, and then Light Strike Array is going to be very nice, dealing a lot of damage, and of course, with that stun as well. Bounty Hunter will be in the solo off lane, not surprisingly. Meanwhile, mid lane will be Kia against the Invoker here on by F4L. And the tri-lane down to the bottom lane will be Zeb here on the Jakiro, Dilated Mind on the Enigma, and finally Hasu on the Juggernaut. So, these three heroes, you've got this Ice Path into, and this is going to be an aggressive tri-lane with Enigma, who we usually see in the jungle. He'll probably start jungling early on, and Zeb will help him out doing so, which will give him some free farm here to Hasu, or not free farm, but just some solo farm, getting up the experience a little bit quicker, rather than having these guys leech the experience. They're actually going to ward real quick on the up here on the cliff here. Nice ward. And so Dilator will do his job to try to get some last hits with these Mud Golems, and he'll do a good job of that. That'll give him some nice experience early on. And Tidehunter will have a tough lane here. Ice Path will miss just barely from Zeb. Top lane. Sentry wards, are there any on the side of Hitman? No. Felony. Doesn't look like an Inziz. No. So, they're actually already getting a bit of pulls going on right now. Using this big creep wave, which is going to give some more farm for Hitman right now, and he'll be able to get some easy farm there. And Bounty Hunter will have to really play aggressively. There's no sentries, so he should be looking at these guys and thinking that is okay at this point in time until those sentries do arrive. Dilated, on the other hand, actually has 2 sentry wards on his team, so he'll be able to counter ward if necessary. Nice lane ward here as well, so he'll have to be careful. There's this vision in here, which will give them slide on the tower, meaning that anybody TP's in, they'll have vision of it. I believe, yes, unless they TP in front of the tower, but you're probably able to hear that. And they want to get the courier here, and they're going to get it. Nice pickup by Dilated Mind. See that the courier was coming in the lane here. Aggressive courier play came out, and Dilated just like, all right, I'm just going to come in this direction and just take him out. So, nice play there. And already that's going to give him some nice gold to start off this game with. Last hit's looking okay right now. 10 for the Enigma. Of course, he's in that jungle. He's doing just fine with it. 6 going for the Juggernaut. The Invoker's got 8, and so does the Rubik. So pretty even stuff so far, but that courier kill is going to give them a little bit more of a lead here, and Mixmixmix will be happy to take that. Absolutely. So, Dilated will go through the jungle. Looks like he's got a pop of clarity. And use his Eidolons there to get a kill. Nice microing as well. Mid lane, actually, double damage rune on Ziz. He's going to get telekinesis back into tower range. Probably won't be enough for a kill here. Not enough for Fade Bolt anyways on the Rubik. So Ziz will be able to escape just barely. I think if a Fade Bolt came in, he probably would go down. Flying Courier in the stash for Lina. Interestingly enough. Do they even... Oh, they don't have a Courier, so... that's going to get used as the Courier respawns in 149. That's why it's not used. I was like, that's weird to see that in the stash, but it's for that specific reason. And if that was a Flying Courier, I don't think that Dilated Mind would have gotten that kill. So frustrating early on. Now they don't really have anything to ferry battles with. Not that it matters. Invoker's probably not going to pick up a battle. He's a classic Zord Invoker, which I've seen a lot of in the past few days, not surprisingly. Null Talisman will be his first choice of an item, though. Hitman doing okay with farm. He's 12 last hits right now, 16 on the side of Juggernaut, so pretty even still. Courier flying in for Dilated. He'll be able to pick that off. Meanwhile, we see 2 rotations coming in. Eidolon's looking for some damage here. A lot of damage coming in. There's the Light Strike Array plus the Dragon Slave. Dilated's in a little bit of trouble. He's going to try to juke around these trees. The Sunstrike will hit is the question. It will, but he's taking a lot of damage. Will he go down? He will. That'll be first blood. Felony getting it this time around, but Ziz looking like he might go down. Nice Light Strike Array to save his life. Is there an Ice Path to follow up? And no, they're going to back off. Now Dumai is going to come in here looking for some right-click damage on Zeb. He's just going to fly back to the lane. Good play by Felony there. Very close to dying was the side of Ziz, but he's okay with the excellent Light Strike Array placement. So 1 kill. First blood does in fact go. It was to the Keeper of the Light, so Felony getting it. And that's good. They do rotate that support down, and they don't need to be up here if they're not going to get anything done. So, good stuff there. They might buy some sentries now and rotate back up. We'll see what happens. Pink's coming out here from Felony, who has rotated down here and is in this bottom lane, helping out Tidehunter just for a moment. His last hits right now only 5, so he's getting a little bit of farm, but not nearly as much as he could be, of course. Against Juggernaut, it's kind of difficult to do, who has a 4-man shield up already. 20 last hits for him. He's doing pretty well. There's the Ice Path. He's actually going to split between both and miss. Or excuse me, he's going to just... Yeah, no, split between both and miss. Kia right now has a regen rune bottled up. Iron Branch on the high ground here. He's just putting that away for a little while. Meanwhile, top lane, Hitman trying to get a little bit of damage on Nagasara and also try to last hit here. Nothing really going to happen here right now to the Bounty Hunter right now. He's okay. There's no sentries here. There's nothing really that threatening. If he sees a TP rotation, I'm sure he'll back out. Meanwhile, Ice Path coming in the lane right now. There's Gush onto Zeb right now, taking a little bit of damage. Oscar's going to try to right-click Felony, who does hit him with the Illuminate Felony, taking a bit of Blade Fury damage. There's the Malphite's coming in as well. This should be a kill here. Malphite's doing the job, plus the Eidolons. Will they get the kills? The question. Eidolons are going to try to find him, but the Eidolons are going to go down here. He actually makes new ones, but now Dilated's in a bit of trouble. Light Strike Array will hit. There's going to be the Sunstrike as well, and it will get the kill. So F4L with the Sunstrike. Nice placement, nice chaining of abilities there. And F4L will get the kill. 3-0 on the side of Brass, and they're playing really well. Despite, I mean, they've been very close. Mixmixmix has been very close to getting a lot of kills here, but it's just they're barely missing them, as you saw with that Keeper of the Light over here. Just barely juking away, getting up into the trees, sort of getting out of harm's way, and able to let his teammates come in and take care of everything else, just because, you know, staying there for a little too long in lane, taking a little bit of damage, and eventually Dilated does go down. Kia with Magic Stick and the Magic Wand recipe as well up on him. So he'll have some decent items early on. He's got 19 last hits. Invoker F4 is actually getting 30 right now, but that's the case when you always go for Exhort Invoker. You see he's got 3 points in Exhort, 2 in Equas. And what we saw yesterday from a lot of the Invokers that played, we saw, you know, max out Exhort, get like 3 or 4 points in Equas, and then put like the rest into Wex, essentially. And that really makes it even. And you're allowed to use, you know, you utilize all of your spells that way, which is really important. So, a lot of harassment coming in from both teams. You look at how low this Bounty Hunter is. He needs to be just a little bit careful. I think he wants to maybe go for an initiation on Hitman because he's got a rotation coming in from Dilated. Who's got a Soul Ring, by the way. TP will actually come up as well. So we're going to see Rubik move in and look for the kill. There's Track onto Hitman right now. He's looking for the kill. Nice bait there. Now Hitman needs to be careful. He's got Song of the Siren. Will he use it, though, is the question. Yes, he does. And now he should be able to get out just fine. He is slowed. Song will be done. They're not going to be able to get the kill here. And that's frustrating. Well, that's good, though, that spell is down for another about 170 seconds right now. So the Track does get up for Naga Siren, but they don't get the kill. She has to pop her ultimate for it, and now they've got some time where they can put up aggression here on this top tower, I think. Sunstrike going to land. Oh, nice kill from F4L. Nice shot there. Just barely hitting. Right on the edge, but he was really low, so good stuff. Kotal going to try to push this back, and this is what Kotal's so good at doing. You see some early aggression coming on, some lane switching happening, maybe trying to put a little bit of pressure on this tower, which they're not thinking about doing anymore, but you see this happening. You throw up a Illuminate, and boom. Wave's gone. Gets more last hits. And he's one of the supports that, honestly, if he's left alone in a lane, or even if he's not left alone in a lane, he can get enough last hits with Illuminate to build up a Scythe of Eyes rather quickly. I mean, I've seen Kotal's rush Scythe of Eyes, and it's worked pretty well for them. Meanwhile, bottom tower is actually getting pressured pretty hard. Fortification is going to come out. Will they be able to get the last hit and deny it? Nice telekinesis. Fortification's still going. They want to get the kill here, and they will. The tower will go down to the range creep, or it was the siege creep, I'm not sure. So just barely getting that kill. Track coming out. Sentry Ward is popped. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Juggernaut going to get the kill on the Keeper of the Light using his Omni Slash. Just missing that. I apologize for missing that kill. It's important to note that I didn't miss First Blood this game. Thank God for that. Naga Siren going in with the nice Riptide. Ice Path going to hit up on Hitman. Hitman still doesn't have that song for another 84 seconds. Has to back off. However, there's no mana on Hasu right now, so he's okay. Phase Boots is the choice for Jug. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they get the kill onto the Bounty Hunter this time around, probably with a Light Strike Array, I imagine. Laguna Blade, I don't think, yeah, she just hit 6, so that Laguna Blade wasn't even up. So, 5-1 is the score, 8:48. 8 minutes is usually when I check the graphs, and so I'll check it right now for you. 1,500 in the experience chart, going to the favor of grass right now. Gold is 3,000, so they're looking pretty good. However, you have to remember, once again, I talked about it, track gold. Track gold is paramount if you're trying to come back, and they have a very strong team fighting lineup, but who knows? Ensnare will fly up. Will they be able to get the hits here? Sunstrike's going to fly as well, and that's just too much damage. F4L will get the kill there. How were the 2 Sunstrikes? Did he steal one? Did Rubik steal one? He did. Alright, so now more rotations coming in. It looks like they're going to try to dive this and look for a chase here. Enigma and Jakiro have to be careful right now. Dilated going in with the nice stun there. Malphite followed up by the Ice Cap, just doing a little bit of damage. Ziz looks like he will go down. No, the Illuminate latches on 2. We see an Ensnare. They're going to get the kill with Riptide. Actually, the Gush getting that one. 7-1, so really aggressive play happening from Grass right now. And they're punishing their opponents. Some really strong play. The Invoker has gotten a few kills just with Sunstrike alone. He's actually gotten 3 kills, all with Sunstrike. So F4L is playing really well with that Sunstrike. He's going to max out the Exhort as quickly as possible. He's got a Midas, by the way, so this will be the hard carry. And this is what I was talking about. You need that damage when you have the Naga Siren. You got a little bit of utility there with the Naga Siren. She really can't carry the game, but with an Invoker, with something like a Midas, can deal a lot of damage, especially with Alacrity. It's pretty important. Alright, so Dilated Mind plus Kia and the rest of the Dire team are here. We see a TP rotation from the Bounty Hunter right now. There's the Ravage going on 3. Did he get it is the question. No, he got the Anchor Smash on that one. Blade Fury doing a lot of damage, actually. Felony looks like he's going to go down to an Omni Slash as well, so 2 for 1 is the trade. Despite the Ravage going out, actually a DC happened for the Tidehunter. Was that before the Ravage, after the Ravage? I don't know when it happened. So, unfortunate for him to DC out, you know, right during that fight, so. He's actually got, he was pretty close to his Blink Dagger before that, I'm sure, but then I'm sure that death lost him a little bit of gold there. Bounty Hunter rotating to the mid lane right now. F4L going with double Forge Spirits. I don't know why I couldn't think of the name for that for a second. Staff of Wizardry is his choice as of right now. Will be a 4-staff, I have to imagine. Top lane has to be getting chased just a little bit. Nice Observer Ward here in the lane. This provides you a lot of vision here into the lane, down over on the staircase here. It's going to be pretty important later on. And Hasu will have to back off for the time being. And I want to see what he built towards next. He's got almost 800 gold to the bank. Does he go for something like a Battle Fury? I'm not sure myself. Meanwhile, Hitman will try to farm with the Quelling Blade in the jungle right now. His illusions are still kind of squishy here. Felony waiting on Doom Mai. And he'll be back in the game shortly, I have to imagine. So again, this is SECS 17.4, aka Season 17. Week number 4. I believe it's week number 4. I hope it's week number 4. I'd feel like an idiot if it wasn't. And some good plays already. 8-3 is the score here for the side of Grass versus Mixmixmix. Grass is leading, as you can see, with these 8 kills. However, there's 3 going the way of Mixmixmix right now, so they're not too far behind. Looking at the items, Staff of Wizardry, the choice for the Keeper of the Light as of right now. I might see something like a... something like the Yule Scepter would be pretty useful on a Keeper of the Light, I think. Also could see like a 4-staff, even a Necronomicon might be good with that Staff for Wizardry started up. Ziz going for just Arcane Boots right now. And we already looked at F4L, so we don't really need to look at him too much more. I think it should be on the Courier, whatever it is. The 4-staff finished up is on the Courier. So the Might is doing a good job for him getting farm. I actually want to see, you see the last hits right now. Hero levels, he's actually at level 10, getting that extra experience from the Hand of Midas and of course net worth. So he's leading right now. He's got 3,600 in terms of net worth. And when that 4-staff does come, it actually gives him a little bit more as well. As you can see, it just popped up there as soon as it got to him. We're going to actually have a lot of teams coming, or a lot of heroes coming in right now, looking to sort of engage this. Power treads for the choice of Rubik. Interesting. Usually see something like Phase Boots, or Arcanes even, but never really treads. This gives him some more attack speed, which is nice. Makes you a little bit more right-click damage. And if you're going to be a ganker, you sort of need that as well. You can't really rely on spells all the time. I think I like that. I think that's going to be, that might be a pretty good pickup there.
Twice the cutting power.
So, Zeb here has absolutely nothing in terms of anything, like no farm whatsoever. He's actually got 298 net worth. He's not doing too well himself.
Denied.
Oh, Song of the Siren? Where was that? Popped off. Where did that happen? Oh, he was taking damage from the Bounty Hunter in the jungle. I think he used it and then TP'd out. Okay. So once again, that's on cooldown for another 180 seconds, so you've got to be aware of that. Bounty Hunter now rotating into the mid lane.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Dragon Slave, just trying to get some right clicks here, some last hits as well. And Kia's going to try to pressure this back, and of course the pushing power with the Force Spirits, which by the way Kia has stolen, and as well as the Illuminate from Felony is pretty strong for pushing lanes, and you can see all the early tower aggression right now, and the only tier 1 left for the side of Mixmixmix is the mid tier 1, so you have to keep that in mind. Tidehunter now in the top lane, actually not going for that Blade Tower, he's going to go for that mech early on, just needs the recipe, which is about 300 away from. And that's going to be pretty important. That healing power is very nice to have. He will rotate mid, maybe look for a right here. He's got Ravage off cooldown right now. Tower very low, 426 health. F4L should be able to right-click it down. First, he's finishing up his Forge Spirits, though. I should say the enemy Forge Spirits, which was stolen once again by Rubik. Recall might be coming in here. Let's see if Rubik can get anything else stolen here. We have Ice Path that might fly in, looking for a kill here. The Gush plus the Dragon Slave doing a lot of damage from Kia. TP will rotate in here from the Bounty Hunter. This tower is very low. Nice Black Hole onto 3, but immediately canceled, countered by the Ravage immediately. And then the Laguna Blade on Dilated. He'll go right down, but here comes Hasu trying to get some right clicks in with his Blade Fury right now, doing a lot of damage to Dumumai. And Snare onto the Bounty Hunter, doing some right clicks. There's the Omni Slash. He'll get the kill onto the Tidehunter with it. Now Melt Armor doing some armor damage onto Hasu. The tower is gone. 2 for 2 is the trade. And I think that's going to be the end of that team fight. Chakra Magic flying up still. Maybe they're looking to push a little bit more. They have the Forge Spirits, but I mean, everybody on the side of Mixmixmix is low, so they're going to pressure this tier 2 right now, and they're going to use Illuminate to try to pressure it quickly. Very smart play there. Once again, Midas used off cooldown. So we saw, I wonder what stun that Enigma. I'm trying to think, was it a light strike? I don't know who was in the actual black hole, but something did stun him. And he was able to, he was only, like, if it was channeled for its full duration, they probably would have gotten a lot more kills from it, but it ended up being a 2-2 trade, getting the 2-1, followed by the tier 2, but they get the denial from Dilated Mind. Nice job there to deny that tower. Okay, so, right now, though, Grass is in the driver's seat. They have the towers pushed. There's no towers pushed for them, so nice plays on the side of Felony and his team. See, 2,000 experience going in favor of Grass. It's about 6,000 in gold. And F4L is getting some nice items coming up here. He's got something coming on the courier. I imagine probably his boots or a Dagon. Okay. We don't see that too often. Wait, no. Whose Dagon is that? Oh, it's Felony's Dagon. Why does he have a Dagon recipe? That's what he's building towards? He needs a Null Talisman for that. Okay. Maybe they'll trade the Null Talisman. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know if it works that way. Regardless, F4L has an ultimate orb, so it looks like it'll be a hex stick. So this is pretty typical item progression for Invoker. Last night when we were watching, we saw Force Staff into Aghanim Scepter, then the hex stick. But this time around, it's going to be that that hex stick first off, after the Force Staff, of course. He still has his tier 1 boots, so he's not really building anything. He's not building into anything just yet, which is surprising. He's not getting like phase boots, maybe even treads, because he's a right-click hero as of this point in time. But we'll have to see what he decides to build and if he decides to finish that off or not. Hitman's still farming the jungle right now. He's got a Perseverance. This could be a Lincoln Sphere build for Naga Siren. Make her a little bit more tanky and difficult to kill. Where's this Perseverance? I want to see what else you can build it to. It's not going to be any of the others. It's going to be Lincoln Sphere, I'm pretty sure. So, they're going to push bottom right now. Asu is here going to try to defend this. He's got drums on him right now, but not much else. I mean, he's got his poor man shield, making him a little bit more tanky, getting the extra agility as well. Phase boots, nice to have. A lot of damage, maneuverability, but other than that, he's got really nothing. Drums are nice to have, though, and easy to build, so that's going to give him some movement speed. Of course, he's going to give the attribute to the damage, which is +3.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Bottom being pressured right now. Felony and the rest of his team are here. They're looking for something. They have a song. Do they have a Ravage? Question, yes. They can really fight into this right now. However, Illuminate actually has been stolen from Rubik, and that's kind of frustrating. So that's some nice counter pushing from him. You can see the creep wave is actually gone here, so Rubik will steal it. And he's just going to keep charging that up. It's really cool. It's actually the Rubik there standing behind it with the Illuminate. It's really weird. I can't go over that. It's funny. So, top lane now, IHO was actually pressuring, or LHO. God, I don't know what that is. He'll back off. Shadow walking away. Looks like he'll be building drums as well. As you can see, the Bracer plus the Rope of the Magi. And so, the pressure was coming for a moment here on the bottom lane, but it's gone now, so Felony, and it does finish up his Dagon, by the way. And that's going to be a lot of damage. It's going to be a nuke that, if he can actually get that Dagon up to even like level 2 or 3, it might be even better. We'll have to see, though, what he decides to build. I mean, you don't need the Hex Stick like I was talking about earlier. Mech is being built by the Tidehunter. You could get some, like, a pipe or anything else, but it looks like Dagon will be the choice. They want more killing power. So I think, honestly, Mixmixmix needs to build some BKBs. There's a lot of spells from the Invoker that they could do well to block here, and of course Dagon as well would be frustrating. You don't want that freaking magic nuke to hit you. It'd be very annoying. Sentry Ward right here in lane. So low, if he gets any closer, will be caught out here. But they're going to pressure mid lane despite the fact that there's no tier 2s here. I think they just want to get F4L some more farm. He's got 101 last hits right now. His net worth is pretty high. As you can see, it's 8,700, and even that of Hitman's not too far behind him. And those are two of their carries that they really need to get the farm on. So Ultimate Orb plus the Perseverance, so the Lincoln Sphere will be finished in just a moment. Just needs that recipe, which is 1,300, unless it's on the courier, which I doubt. Meanwhile, we might see an engagement here. Dust is popped on LHO. Forge Spirit's doing some damage there. Cold Snap onto Show as well. Dagon will get the kill there. Macropyre falling off, doing a lot of damage. Hasu going to come in and take care of Lena, though. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Light has to back off. And F4L will in fact go down as well, with Hasu and the rest of his teammates going right in. Meanwhile, Naga Siren ult to come in here. Do they have the Ravage is the question, and can they take care of it? Song is going to go down. Here comes the Ravage. It's only going to hit one, and it's only dilated, not even doing that much damage. Hasu's here. Was it stolen is the question. No, it is Anchor Smash. There's the Black Hole. It's on two. And in fact, Keeper of the Light will go down. Dumumai taking a lot of damage as well. This is looking bad on the side of grass. They've already lost 3. They might lose 4. Mech his pop, but I don't think that'll save him. He needs to back off Gush there. There's the Malphite. They want to get this kill, Midnight Pulse as well. And Snare coming in. They want to get more kills here with Hitman. Hitman might be able to get dilated in the time, and he does. This actually might save Dumumai's life, but not so. Hasu will get the kill there. TP rotation coming in from the Bounty Hunter, and now Naga Siren will hoof it out of there. So nice plays. Getting the kill on dilated when you probably should have backed off. So nice job with the Naga Siren, of course, though. Losing 4 in that fight. Only person that didn't die was Hitman. A little out of position. They weren't really ready for that fight. And the Ravage only hitting on 1 is, it's tough. It's tough, and it didn't do that much damage, so. As I was talking about, level 1 Ravage is not the most damaging spell, later on into the game. It does 200 damage at its first level, and it's a nice stun. But once you get up to 325, that's a little bit better. Meanwhile, Low is here on the backside. Does Felony see him is the question. I believe he did. Felony was looking for something, maybe a stun and a snare. If they made a snare from Hitman, they would have gotten the kill, but Low does get out of there. Or IO. Or Low. I don't know. Regardless, Hitman will head down to the bottom lane real quick and get some more farm up here. And Kia getting right-clicked real quick. And Lincoln's does finish up for the Naga Siren. This is really good for spell block, of course, and Invoker actually getting the kill on the Jakiro and the jungle. I missed that one. So, as I was saying, Lincoln Sphere, really nice, the passive spell block is really good, as you can see with the top there. With the telekinesis, I think they tried going for it. And it's also got some nice stats as well, 15 to all attributes, the mana regen, a little bit of damage, and a little bit of HP regen as well. But a lot of people prefer going BKB, but this is sort of more of a agility/intelligence type of item to build rather than a BKB. Of course, the BKB is nice as well, giving you that plus damage and, of course, the magic immunity. But here we go. We're actually going to see engagement on Developing right now. There's going to be a telekinesis. Dagon going to fly out. They want to get the kill here on Kia. It's taking a lot of damage. There's the ensnare. Will they be able to follow up? In fact, they will. Naga Siren getting that kill. So trading 1 for 1 there, losing Felony, but they get up the Rubik in the end. Keeper of the Light actually going to buyback, going to TP, and they want to try to fight this. Does Rubik have a buyback of his own? He does. We might see a buyback for him as well if they try to pressure this tower. We have Hasu here. He's got his Omni Slash. We see Shadow Blade up on the Juggernaut, which is something actually we see a lot of, like Mermaid picking up the Shadow Blade, a lot of carries like that. So Lincoln Sphere is going to be popped from Hitman. And Fortification is coming out. They're not going to buy back with Rubik just yet. He's got 9 seconds. He should be able to survive the brunt of this until... it's going to be close. The tower was taking a lot of damage. If they wanted to defend it, they have to have Rubik here to help. Naga Siren Illusion just pushing everybody back here. So 2-2 is taking bottom lane by the side of F4L and his team, and they'll. He's got a lot of money on his hand. He's got enough to buy a Mystic Staff outright right now if he wants to. Not doing so though. He's got 2 TPs and a Magic Wand, taking a bit of item space here, plus the 4 step as well as the Midas. They're looking to Roshan right now, and they may be able to take this. There is, however, a ward here. It is getting counter-warded. Is there a Sentry winning ward? Nope. The gem up on the Tidehunter. That's where that vision's coming from. And Low looking around here, up on the high ground. Ping's coming out. You see where Dyra is structured here. Mixmixmix. They could maybe try to defend this. There's no Naga Siren ult like there is on the side of the Radiant here to try to counteract this. There's going to be Ice Path. A little too late, though. Hitman will pick up that Aegis, and they'll back off just fine. And now they're going to look to another lane here and maybe look for some engagement. Top lane is kind of pushed in just a little bit, so if they rotate top, they might be able to put some pressure on the tower, which it hasn't taken too much damage yet, so they should be able to do just fine with that. And this is the nice job of Hitman, who's just sending his illusions to farm here. They're pretty tanky. They do a bit of damage as well, but they're not really getting... This one won't get any kills here. They're... Actually, he will. Wow, surprisingly. So these are tanky illusions doing a lot of damage. Usually you see Radiance doing a lot of the farming for you, but he doesn't have that, obviously. So Tidehunter now has a cloak on the side of the Radiant here. And that should be finishing into Hood in a few moments, followed by the Pipe of Insight, and that's going to be pretty important to have against this team where you've got a lot of magic abilities.
Top tower is under attack.
Still a lot of right click as well, Omni Slash being the main factor there for the right click department for spells early on. Tier 2 getting pressured here, they should be able to take this no fortification available, and that's it for the outer towers right now. And so Mixmixmix has been pressured here, and they're being pushed in. And Grass is sort of a commanding lead right now. Let's check the graphs here. They haven't taken any tier 1s just yet. The experience is still pretty even with only 2,000 going in favor of Grass here. But the goal you can see is 10,000 and eclipsing even that at this point. So they're looking very strong. The early kills help very often from the, of course, the Invoker getting a lot of the Sunstrike kills. The Scythe of Ice is finished up on him. He's got his Hand of Midas as well. He's had that for some time. With the Force Staff, he can look to really do a lot of damage right now. They can maybe look to engage and catch somebody out, but not up on the high ground. Blink Dagger coming out onto Felony right now. He's in some trouble. Ice Puff going to fly as well. Spell still going out for him, but he's going to go down, so nice job there. Good telekinesis. Felony will go down for another 34 seconds. Meanwhile, this bottom lane is actually going to get denied, so that is the first tier 1 going down. It's even a denial, so Mixmixmix is not catching a break right now. It's just not catching one.
Double decibels.
DD rune is popped here for the side of the Naga Siren. Make his farm a little bit easier. 3,000 gold in the bank right now. We'll have to see what he decides to go in just a moment. A lot of last hits going for Hitman. Once again, this is SECS Season 17, Week number 4. This is the opening round game between Mixmixmix and Grass. Grass on the Radiant, Mixmixmix on the Dire. Thanks for joining me, I'm Maut. And every week you'll catch SECS here on this channel, casted by me, for the most part. So I appreciate you joining me. I had a lot of casts this weekend, and I'm enjoying it. A lot of good games so far, and this crazy casting week that I've had. Of course, the UWG LAN was yesterday at the University of Waterloo LAN Finals, which had 3 teams, including my 10, a veteran of the SECS. And they won it. They won the whole thing. A lot of good games. The best of 5 went really well for them. So another Staff Wizardry up on for the Keeper of the Light. This time around, it's not going to be a Dagon, obviously, because he already has one of those. And actually going to see here a Hex coming up here in the jungle. Hasu's going to get hexed up. Blink coming in from Kier right now. Telekinesis onto F4L. There's the Ravage. It's actually on to 4 there. A lot of damage coming out. BKB is going to be popped for Dilated Mind. Catching 1, catching 2, catching 3 even. It's a lot of damage from Blade Fury, but they don't go down just yet. Oh, the Macro Power is doing so much damage, and in fact, we're going to get the kill for Lena. Now they're going to actually pop the Song of the Siren. They want to get the kill on Hasu. He's going to Shadow Blade away. Do they have any vision is the question. Ice Path catching 2 out there. Zeb looking to do some more damage. Here's the Blink coming in from Kia. Telekinesis onto Dumumai. Looking for a steal. Anchor Smash is the choice there. Hitman looking for some more kills. F4L is going to miss his Deafening Blast. He's going to hit up by the Ice Path as well. 3 down on the side of the Radiant, 1 on the Dire. LHO on the backside getting some tracks off. Now it should be back here for Hitman and for F4L, but no, they're going to stay in there. There's the Hex onto Kia. Nice Ice Path, though. A lot of damage will be coming from F4L right now. He's going to go down. Meanwhile, the Aegis is still up on Hitman, but he's got no backup. He's going to go down. Still has the Gem of True Sight. And he's got no Song of the Siren. He's going to be in some trouble. There's the Ice Path. Will barely hit. Hitman taking a lot of damage. In fact, he's going to go down. And really great plays from Mixmixmix. That's a huge pickup for them. That 5-man gank, the win there in that team fight. And the engagement came up here in the jungle. Hasu had gotten sheeped up, but they couldn't kill him. The BKB Black Hole was really critical for Dilated Mind, which I haven't even been checking items at all, so I apologize in that regard. Good stuff. Wow. All right. We've got a game now. You see, wow, I've never seen it look that far in one direction before. It's like straight up and down. And the gold's still pretty good for Grass right now. Still about 10k. Going down below that right now, but they've still got a nice advantage here. Just not a really great team fight for them. Just once again, all out of sorts there. They had the Ravage. The Ravage was great, by the way. Just they could not really get the kills. Of course, the Juggernaut did a good job baiting them away, then using his Shadow Blade and surviving. Bounty Hunter, of course, with the Shadow Walk on the backside. And then losing the gem, that's pretty critical. Of course, they were still chasing. They had the gem, I forgot, on Hitman. So they were chasing, and they could have gotten the kill on the Juggernaut, but they just weren't able to get it. Blink Dagger now on Rubik. He's going to go for Yule Scepter next. As you can see, the Sage's Mask there. Meanwhile, we got to see a gank here. Telekinesis on F4L. Nice into the Ice Path there. Zeb dual breathing as well. F4L taking a bit of damage. He should be going down. Ghostwalk not going to do the job, no. And meanwhile, Lena going to get the kill onto the Juggernaut with the Laguna Blade. Ice Path onto 2. Zeb taking a bit of damage. Won't be enough. No, he's going to be able to get away. He's going to TP out, and he'll be just fine. And now Ziz will go down as well. So 3 for 1 once again. And it's Mixmixmix somehow coming out on top here in these team fights. And it's just barely, honestly. They're just barely coming out on top. But once again, Tidar wasn't there. It didn't look like he's got his Blink Dagger now, though, so that's going to be really helpful. Of course, Hitman with that Yasha as well. And I want to see everybody else's... you see the mech is finished up for Jakiro. That's probably been there for a while. We see a BKB coming for the Bounty Hunter in a relatively short order. It just needs the recipe, and that's about 200 away. Once that is finished, they'll be looking to fight a little bit more, and this track hold is going to be pretty important, by the way. So they're getting track kills here with this Bounty Hunter, and I talked about this earlier. And you see the experience. Oh my god, it went way down in favor of Mixmixmix. It's actually in 4K. Gold's still stabilized right around 10K here, but that will start heading down the more kills we see going in favor of Mixmixmix if they do get more kills. I'm not going to say that they absolutely will, but they have the ability to do so. And as we've seen those last few team fights, they've got the Black Hole, which is a big team fight changer, even against the Song of the Siren. Just because Song of the Siren, you can BKB Magic Immunity through. Black Hole, you cannot. It doesn't work that way. So now we see some grouping up here from the side of F4L down to the bottom rune spot in the river. Nice little ward will give them vision though from the Dire side. So F4L is actually going to get seen pretty quickly here. And now Kia is being very brave. He's actually sitting over here in the trees. Doesn't want to get caught out too quickly. He's actually going to blink away, realizing that, hey, I might be in a bad position. That might be coming from me. My team's not here either. Sentry ward up here on the high ground, but you can see that the ward is here in the lane. So they don't have any vision here, but they've got vision right over next to it, and of course vision in the lane there. Hasu with his Demon Edge finished could be a Daedalus, could be a MKB, could be something else entirely. And Hasu sort of looking for Felony right now. And group up happening into the bottom lane. Sentry ward up onto the high ground here. And they don't have that gem. You remember they lost it in that last team fight. At least I don't think they do. Telekinesis up here. Felony needs to get back, but he's actually going to go down from the Omni Slash. That Omni Slash is now on cooldown. But they do lose Felony for 42 seconds. He's got not enough money for a buyback. He's got a Force Staff recipe coming. His Tranquils obviously on cooldown from getting hit. And so the Force Staff is the next pickup for Felony, but he's dead, so he can't pick it up right now until he respawns, obviously. And I think Mixmixmix has gotten a little bit of breathing room right now. Roshan is going to be up in about 3 to 2 minutes here. Hitman does finish up his Manta Style as well, and that's going to be a lot of damage. He's actually going to TP out. Mini Stun doesn't cancel the TP, apparently. Usually it does. I don't know why that didn't work. It was really weird. Maybe not, I don't know. Regardless, we're going to see a group up happening here on the side of Dilated. And his team, Mix, they're looking for this tower, as you can see. Felony, going to try to illuminate this back. Blink coming in from Kia. Of course, the Lincoln Sphere going to block that telekinesis. There's going to be a deafening blast as well, but just spells harassing. There's the Midnight Pulse, doing a little bit of damage. They're not going to want to stay in that too long. It's actually not even that bad, really. Ice Path going to flying, just missing. Hitman tiptoeing around it. And still, they want to try to force a team fight here, and if they can get a nice black hole, they'd be in a very strong position. Blink Dagger's almost finished up for the Enigma, just 50 gold away. And when that happens, we're going to see a lot more team fights, I think, on the side of Mixmixmix. He just needs to get a few more last hits. In fact, he will have one in about 5 seconds. It'll fly out from the courier, I imagine. Gem is also on him, but they don't need it, obviously. Right now, Hitman and his team looking to pressure mid while farming the lanes here. I want to see the net worth chart starting to go the way of Hitman right now, leading the way because he's got that Manta Style. He's sending his illusions into the jungle, farming it up, getting some nice last hits, getting a lot more gold. His GPM right now is 487, so almost at 500, and that's really where you want to be when you're on that Naga Siren. Still could use a little bit more damage. Of course, the Manta Style will provide him with just a little bit, but he's got to keep a spot for the Coin Blade so his illusions can do a little bit more damage as well. That's kind of important. Managed to get rid of the Magic Wand in relatively soon. Illuminate Light Wave coming out. You see buyback statuses. Pretty important. There's 4 buybacks available. 1 for the Dire, 3 for the Radiant. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Illusion's doing a lot of tower damage here. As you can see, they're going to get Ice Path, though, and they should be taken down pretty soon. They're still pretty tanky, surprisingly, though. See how long it takes to get low. Meanwhile, Sentry Ward had been popped out, and Biohammer will get found out there, and Laguna Blade will get the kill. I was looking at the tower, and I was looking at what they're doing, and meanwhile, they put the Sentry Ward down, and I was like, oh, I hear a Laguna Blade. Somebody's dying. And in fact, they did. So, I'll put that chart back up. Now Hitman and his team are going to try to right-click this down. Fortification is available. There's not a buyback, it looks like. No, just barely. Not enough money for the bounty hunter, unfortunately. Nagasari will get the kill on that tier 3. They're going to try to go for the rack, so they're going to try to maybe defend this. Dilated Mind looking to blink in, looking for a black hole. And he's going to miss it, though. He was thinking about it. And they backed off. Meanwhile, with telekinesis up onto the Tidehunter, there's going to be Yules as well. Nice path. Flying out, plus the Midnight Pulse, trying to push this back, and they're doing a good job. 20 seconds until Bounty Hunter's up. They need to defend this melee barracks. If they can let this melee barracks survive, they'd be in a good position, but, I mean, you see this Force Spirits doing a good job of right-clicking it. And F4L stealing a spell there, and the racks will go down. And F4L getting the last hit there. Now they might back off here. They don't want to try to fight into this. In fact, Hitman will TP down to the bottom lane, which is getting pressured just a little bit. So they finally get that melee racks, and they're walking away, and they're pretty comfortable and happy about that one, I've got to imagine. I mean, obviously, it's a melee rack. They got the tier 3 as well. They didn't lose anybody. They got the kill on the bounty hunter. They got exactly what they came for, and that's all they needed. Yes, it would have been nice to get the range racks, but they don't want to force a fight and lose any heroes unnecessarily. Speaking of losing heroes unnecessarily, Rubik walked right into a trap up here on the high ground. Dilated looking for something. We're going to see Ravage. There's going to be the BKB. Black Hole only onto 1, though. They're going to get the kill on Lina at least, and that's going to be in that Black Hole. So BKB is done. There goes the Omni Slash as well. A lot of damage going out. Hitman will try to Song, and he'll get out of the Song just to make sure he can survive there. F4L looking for something. Zeb going to be in some trouble here. Illuminate going to fly with the kill there, and Nagasari getting the last hit. Low is now in a very bad position. There's the Mana Leak. He'll be fine. Maybe he's still trying to run. Sunstrike going to fly up on the high ground, not going to get the kill, doesn't matter. Maybe they try to rotate into the bottom lane, get the kill there. Still chasing after Hosser right now, but by the way, just both out the way. He's have to finish up his MKB there. So, nice plays on the side of the Nagasari plus the rest of his team. Grass doing really well there. You saw the Black Hole only hitting on 1. Nice job of spreading out. Good Ravage as well. And they took the mid racks, they took the range racks. Maybe even looking to take Roshan right now, who just popped up, I think. So they will do so and pop in the next to do it. Alacrity up on F4L right now with full Exhort Essences, getting that right click, and you see how fast he's falling. Meanwhile, I mean, you got to give it to Hitman. He's been doing this the entire game. He's sent his illusions into the jungle just to farm. And he's done a very good job of it. He's getting that extra gold that he can get. And he will have a heart relatively soon. Recipe is flying out to him as we speak, and that's going to make it very difficult for Mixmixmix to win anything here. So, still level 1 Dagon, surprisingly, for the Keeper of the Light. Of course, he doesn't have too much gold. It's not like he can purchase up to level 2. He's actually got 2200 bank. I think he might just be saving for a buyback right now. Of course, the heart recipe is flying out to Hitman, and this is going to be difficult to stop the Nagasari at this point in time. It's just, she's got 3,000 health, she's got a Mantis Style, Strength Tread, so giving her a bit of health in the Lincoln Sphere. So, now she doesn't do the most right-click damage, but it doesn't matter because she's so damn hard to kill. Up on the high ground, F4L with this perch position, and we saw this a few minutes ago when they got the kill on the Rubik and then turned around and got a few more kills, and then they went to Roshan. He's actually wanting to be back mid. It looks like, I mean, honestly, Mix has to sort of force something here. Otherwise, you know, it's going to be difficult to come back from this. Maybe get more towers. The tier 1 is the only one gone in the bottom lane. And then, you know, the only tier 1 tower gone in general. So, Mix looking like he needs something right now. Alright. So, 5 heroes grouped up mid lane. And we see some backing happening from Kia and the rest of his teammates. They're going to try to get to the base right now. Hasu trying to farm the bottom lane. He's got a decent amount of farming, and that MKB is going to provide a lot of damage to the attack speed as well. The mini stun will be nice to have. Mini bash, I should say. Obviously, True Strike's always good to prevent you from missing. I don't think there's a whole lot of evasion, though, on this team. Bottom lane being pressured right now by the Keeper of the Light. They're going to look for this next set of racks here, the tier 3 as well, Top lane is being pushed by LHO. He's got his BKB finished up. He's had it for a while. I want to look at the items before we engage in another team fight here. Ghost Scepter up on Felony right now. Excellent pickup there. You saw the heart obviously as well. Gem back up on the Tidehunter this time around. Anything else that I should be trying to focus on? I think that's it. Alright, so tower getting pressure right now with the illusions. There's so many there. Gonna try to take this tower down. We're gonna back off a little bit. Pick up that creep blade as well. So much damage they're doing. Tower's at half health right now. Hitman and his team sitting out here bottom. They're maybe looking for an initiation. They've got Song of the Siren, maybe this Song in. Everybody's really grouped up here. This Song in, they'd be in such a good position. There's the smoke BKB in. There's the Black Hole catching 2 out. The Ravage will fly as well. They're not doing nearly enough damage for Hitman, though. The mech is popped. Zep will go down immediately. Hoster trying to get the right clicks on Felony. Felony should be going down here with the Blade Spear. In fact, does. BKB pops on LHO. Omni Slash going on well as on Hitman. Buyback will happen here. Laguna Blade getting the kill. Onto the Bounty Hunter, who just by immediately back here. Hansu backing off as quickly as possible, has enough for a buyback right now. So only getting Felony in that fight. There's Malphite onto the Tidehunter. What did he steal? It was another Anchor Smash. So he's been trying to get the Ravage, or at least even a Gush the entire game, but good job by Dumumai to get the Anchor Smash. And meanwhile, we see a TP happening out from Hitman. The Song was popped just for that, just so he can get away. Actually, he TP'd top. I thought he might TP to the bottom lane, but he doesn't need any little mana regen, so he'll TP bottom, get some more last hits. He's got a lot of money right now. He's got plenty to buy back with. He's got 1 slot missing, though, so he's waiting to buy something here. Hitman up in the top lane, looking for some more farm. He's also going to send his illusions into the dire side jungle. He's just like, yeah, fine, whatever. I just, give me money. Bottom lane in the jungle right now. We're actually going to see Aegis popped here. And Corel now in a bit of trouble. His team is trying to get there to help him, it looks like. LHO's still here. He's actually going to force that away. So, good job to waste the Aegis. A small victory there. But he does stay alive. Actually still has tier 1 boots and 6k gold in the bank. What is he building to? I don't know. I don't think there's anything on him besides TP scrolls. So he's had tier 1 boots the entire game. He's got 6k gold in the bank that I'm not sure what he's waiting for to use. It's 25-22. This game honestly shouldn't be taking any longer. I mean, you see the XP graph, the gold graph as well. I mean, they've had a gold advantage since like 20 minutes into the game. So it's surprising that the game is still going this long. They just haven't really been able to take a team fight outright, and it's difficult to do against a Bounty Hunter, and an Enigma as well, and even a Rubik. So they're trying their best here, and they're going to try to go again once into this bottom lane. Oh my gosh, look how much money they've invested in Sentry Wards. It's just like a line of Sentry Wards here. Diffusal Blade is the next choice and probably final choice for Hitman, and this will be all of his slots finished up right now. That's going to be mana burn as well. Won't have enough money for a buyback. I don't think he'll die, though. He's got 3,200 health. So, heading to the bottom lane, looking for this tier 3 tower, and why not? They want it. Blue Breath flying out. Tier 3 taking a bit of damage. And it probably will take a fall here. No denial either. So the last defense looks like it will be for these tier 3 racks, and I would not be surprised to see one last team fight happen here. 42 minutes into the game. Once again, Grass has a very strong lead. This is the SECS Season 17, week number 4. I'm Maut, casting from Neo Dota. Thanks for joining me today. Of course, New York John and Blaze are casting the rest as well. You can catch whatever games they're doing on their channels. New York John is at New York John TV. I don't know what Blaze is. Eliminate will fly out here just for a moment. And Hitman getting a lot of last hits with his illusions and with his Riptide as well. See how much farm he's got. It's kind of ridiculous. He's got all 6 slots filled out except for that Quelling Blade, which once he sells that, then he'll truly have a 6th slot. Right now, though, might see some last initiation. They're trying to siege his tower with the illusions. They're doing a good job of it, and it's very frustrating for I'm sure, to try to deal with this. It looks like the melee racks will go down in just one moment. Yes, the right click does the job there from the Naga Siren illusion. And Kia going to try to look to force something right now. F4 only caught out here, looking for BK Blade Black Hole, but there's going to be a Song of the Siren first. LHO looking to get some more kills. He's got BKB of his own. He's the only one that did pop it, though. Hitman trying to back off, so they're not looking to fight this right now. And they've gotten split up here, so they can try to catch some people out. The Omni Slash will fly. Luna, in fact, will go down. So they do get the 1 kill, but will they get any more is the question. Here comes the Diffusal Blade for the Nagasiren, looking to fight this from the backside, looking to turn this around. Meanwhile, Juggernaut getting the kill for the light. There's the Ravage, does a lot of damage on it too. And on the backside, Hitman going to get a kill on the Enigma. Alicia looks like he wants to go down. Mech is popping through Mamai. He's trying to get out of there. Will Kia, though, and Kia will in fact go down. So 3 for 2 right now. Buyback's happening, though. It's actually 4 for 2. And now it's a right-click battle between Hitman and Hasu. Zep will go down instantaneously. Light Strike Ray coming in. Hasu taking a lot of damage. He's in some trouble. There's the Laguna Blade. There's the Purge. He's going to go down. There's the Ultra Kill for Hitman. Can he make it a Rampage is the question. He just misses low. He just misses it. Oh, man. He would have gotten a Rampage there. So Dilated Mind will back off. Hitman looking for this lane here. And, in fact, will take it. And the Rex is gone here, except for the range Rex, which I'm sure he'll take with his illusions, which will do a ton of damage, by the way, with the amount of right-click he's got. It's only 200, honestly. It's not too much, but at the same time, he's really tanky. He's got a lot of course, which that's really nice as well. Alicia looking to do some damage here, I think, but actually the gem vision is up for Hitman right now. And Ziz, who has the gem right now, Dilated Mind trying to save this. BKB was popped on LHO. There's the black hole. Wasn't used in the fight. Gem will, in fact, go down. They're not going to be able to get the kill on Hitman, I don't think. LHO looks like he's going to go down. No, he's barely going to survive. Dilated Mind, I think they killed the Gem of True Sight. There's the Ensnare on Dilated Mind. Hitman trying to take on the entire team. Ice Path going to fly out, just going to miss, but he runs right back into it. Dilated Mind will go down. Hitman taking a lot of damage. There's the Purge. It's not going to be enough, though. Oh, Hitman. He's trying to song out. He's at 42 HP. Is he going to make it is the question. Song saving his life just for the moment. You can see how quickly he's regenning with, of course, the Heart of Trask. And he's maybe looking to turn this around. Wait till he gets some more health here. He's like regenning so ridiculously fast. It's 82.4 per second. And man, he just man-moded that. Bottom Rex is gone. Top is the next target here for what looks to be Felony. So Hitman and F4L have done a good job this game, but Hitman really in the late game has carried this really strong. Diffusal Blade finished up on him. We mentioned that in the last team fight. 5,000 gold for Nagasiren in the bank. 24 is the level for her. Will they buy something else instead of that Quelling Blade? Maybe recall happening from Felony up in the top lane right now. There's Hitman. They're going to try to pressure this, but meanwhile, wrapping around the backside is Low and Hasu with the Shadow Blade. Do is maybe in some trouble. Track up on FOR right now. Blink onto the high ground from Kia, which is not where he wants to be. He's actually going to get picked up. He's taking a bit of damage. Nice Ice Path onto 2. There's the blink from the side under. Sunstrike going to fly. Will miss, actually. Yule's doing the job of getting him up there, but meanwhile, Dagon taking as well, doing a bit of damage. Will he go down is the question, in fact, does. Hitman taking a lot of damage from the right clicks of Hasu, but the Laguna Blade plus Sounder going to combo up there for the kill. He's going to buy right back. There's the BKB. Will he be able to get out of there alive? No. Too much damage there from the Nagasiren as well. There's the Ravage. Zeb going to go down to the Tidehunter. It looks like GG is called, and that'll be it, and Grass takes it. 35-27, the final score. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll get into game number 2, whichever that might be. Not game number 2 of this series, but game number 2 of the SECS. So thanks for watching. We'll be right back.